Out in the wind, hear the timber cry. Lanterns swing under blood-red sky. Maps torn up, but we know these seas. Gold is the myth, freedom's the fee. Boots on the deck, hearts untamed. Kings draw lines, we burn their names. From the gallows to the open blue, nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose. Cutlass gleam when the night rolls in. No law here but the life we're in. Raise the Jolly Roger, let it fly tonight. Black flag screaming amongst cannon light. We don't bow, beg or barter. Live fast, die free. Raise the Jolly Roger, raise the Jolly Roger. Tear the sky apart. Outlaws by the code of a reckless heart. If the world wants change, we answer harder. To the edge of the map, raise the Jolly Roger. Rum-soaked laughs in a storm of fire. Compass spins to heart's desire. Shadows chase us from port to port. Every scar is their badge we sport. Brotherhood bound by the blade and oath. Truth in the tide, not crowns or thrones. Hear the drums in the rolling swell. The ship's a story the seas will tell. When the Navy comes, we disappear. Smoke and thunder, no room for fear. Raise the Jolly Roger, let it fly tonight. Black flag screaming amongst cannon light. We don't bow, beg or barter. Live fast, die free. Raise the Jolly Roger, raise the Jolly Roger. Tear the sky apart. Outlaws by the code of a reckless heart. If the world wants change, we answer harder. To the edge of the map, raise the Jolly Roger. No crown, no throne, no master's hand. Just the pull of the tide and the burn of the sand. History calls us villains and thieves, but freedom's a sin they can't see. Hoisted high, let 'em know our name. Hear that chant in the crashing rain. Raise the Jolly Roger one last time. Black on white in the jaws of the tide. We don't fade, we don't falter. Legends are born when we raise the Jolly Roger. When the sails go dark and the stars look on, they'll remember the night the flag lived on. Along the salt-worn timber of the old black tide, where lanterns sway and the moon won't hide, a raven's cry cuts the evening air. There's a pirate king with a justice stare. Born of the storm and the widow's tear, he learned the truth that the crown won't hear. Gold in their vaults, hunger on the shore, so he raised black sails and swore for more. They drink from silver, we bleed in chains. He carved his oath in the driving rain. A Robin Raven Hood with a cutlass grin, steals from the rich, gives hope again from the government. boarding ships heavy with blood-bought gold. No mercy for crowns that feast on pain, but mercy flows where the children wait. A feathered flag on the midnight mast, a raven's wing in the ocean's past. He leaves no name but a whispered tune, and empty vaults by the break of noon. They call him thief, they curse his name, but hunger knows who bears the blame. Oh, Robin Raven Hood, with a fearless heart, tears their empires apart, part by part, from the king's tall throne to the slums below. Every stolen coin finds a kinder home. Let the cannons roar, let the bells cry loud. The poor stand tall when they hear his vow. Under blackened skies and a crimson moon sings the legend of Robin Raven Hood. If I'm condemned, let the verdict stand. I'd rather fall than serve a tyrant's hand. For justice ain't found in a crown of gold, it's in the warmth of the hands you hold. When my sails fade into myth and smoke, remember the fire that the raven spoke. Oh, Robin Raven Hood, sail on free, a shadow etched in eternity. From stolen riches to broken chains, he turned their greed into mercy's gain. Let the oceans hum and the stars bear truth. He gave the world back to its youth. As long as the poor still need their food, they'll pray for the ghost of Robin Raven Hood. When ravens fly where the wild wind stood, the sea still knows Robin Raven Hood. Black sails cut the moonlight thin, Ray Raven on the mast grins grim. From forest shade to ocean's edge, we traded boughs for blades and ledge. Gold was stolen, poor got fed, now the crown wants all our heads. Hear the timbers creak with rage, ink and fire on every page. From greenwood roots to salt-stung skin, same old war, new world we're in. Hoisted high, let the cannon sing. Sherwoods Revenge on a tide of kings. Robin Raven at the helm tonight, steals from tyrants, pays in spite. If you hear that raven cry, you're already on the wrong side. Raise the black, defend the fringe. This is Sherwood's Revenge. Compass spins, but we know the way. By starlight law, we won't obey. Emerald passed in a cutlass gleam, oak hard oath in a pirate dream. Sheriffs drown in borrowed crowns, coin reigns free in portside towns. Every robe a rebel's pledge, every wave a broken hedge. No throne above, no chain to mend, only brothers to defend. Hoisted high, let the cannon sing. Sherwood's Revenge on a tide of kings. Robin Raven at the Sherwood blood in ocean blue. Hoisted high, let the cannon sing. Sherwoods Revenge, let the legends ring. Robin Raven, Stormforge grin. The seas are forest, we won't bend. When the dawn cuts through the fringe, we sail on fire, we don't repent. Raise the black, defend the fringe. All hail Sherwood's Revenge.
They said the tide was wild for me, said the helm was a man's decree. Built these walls out of fear and gold. I was born for the open sea. Hands were tied but my heart stayed free. Every scar just a map for me. I learned my strength in the undertow. Found my fire where the cold winds blow. Cold winds blow, cold winds blow. I won't wait for a door to open. I'll carve my way through stone and rope. Every no just feeds the flame. I rise, I rise, I rise again. I am Marian, Cutlass rose, steel and blue where the wild wind goes. Breaking chains, breaking laws, I stand unbowed, I make my cause. Let the waves crash, let them roar. I was made to be so much more. From the ashes, bold and bold, I rise. Marian, Cutlass rose. Crowned by storms, not by thrones. I claim my name, my flesh, my bones. They drew lines I was meant to cross. Every loss taught me what I'm not. I won't shrink for a quiet peace. I won't beg for a lesser seat. I've got truth in my battle cry. A future fear can't buy. Fear can't buy. Fear can't buy. If the path ends in shattered glass, I'll walk it barefoot, let it pass. I am more than the rules they chose. Watch me bloom where no one grows. I am Marian, Cutlass rose, steel and bloom where the wild wind goes. Breaking chains, breaking laws, I stand unbowed, I make my cause. Let the waves crash, let them roar. I was made to be so much more. From the ashes, bold and bold, I rise. Marian, Cutlass Raise your voice if they told you stay. Raise your fists if they turned you away. Every dream they try to sink is a ship that still floats, still sails, still thinks. We are more than the narrow gates, more than fear, more than fate. Cut the lines, let freedom flow. Tonight we rise. Tonight we know we are Marian, Cutlass rose. Every heart that refuses to fold, breaking through, unafraid. We are the future they can't delay. Let the old world crack and close. We will grow where courage grows. Through the fire, fierce and bold, we rise. We rise, Cutlass rose. We rise, Cutlass rose. We rise, Cutlass rose. So mark my name in the stars above, not as legend but as love. For every soul who dared to choose the strength to rise and break on through.
Who owns the tide? Owns the night. Rolls and guides. Roll blood. From the iron decks of my blood-red fleet, I rule the tides where the weak retreat. Goal-line maps and a compass of bone, every sea I sail, I claim as my own. Pirates and thieves whisper my name in fear, cannons preach when I'm drawing near. Law of the blade, law of the noose, I forge my order, there's nothing to lose. You steal for the poor, hide deep in the night, I burn the horizon in merciless light. You call it freedom, I call it a lie. Empires will endure, us legends survive. I am Rottingham, master of chains, ruler of oceans, commander of pain. You run with thieves, with shadows and ghosts, I carve my flag in the bones of the coast. I am Rottingham, hear my drums roar, history bends when I step ashore. Silk and steel in my captain's coat, every promise written a king's oath took. I buy my loyalty, I sell my wrath, I sharpen fate on a polished path. Where your arrows fly, my cannons sing, I don't need justice, I take everything. Mercy's a myth to keep men tame, power's the truth and I play the game. You fight for hope in the hearts of men, I crush that hope then repeat again. A world on its knees is easy to steer, fear is the wind that fills my rear. I am Rottingham, master of chains, ruler of oceans, commander of pain. You run with thieves, with whispers and ghosts, I carve my flag in the bones of the coast. I am Rottingham, cold and crowned, every rising tide answers my sound. Let the ravens circle, let legends collide, gold against freedom, fire against pride. When the final wave drags truth to the deep, it's not the just, it's the strong who keep. No prayers at sea, no gods above, only the blade and the price of blood. Tell your hero I'm waiting still at the edge of the world.
stars in a song. Every chain said I wouldn't last long, but the sea kept time, the night stayed true, and freedom hummed what I already knew. What's his name? Little John. All he done, broad sail down. Cut and run, free man sails with Raven sun. Then arrows cut through the ocean fog. Raven cry from a rebel log. Steel sang loud, deck ran red. Chains hit wood like the living dead. He said, stand up, you're already free. Cut me loose like he always knew me. Didn't buy me, didn't own my breath. Just pointed forward, past the death. Past the death. Past the death. Who rows hard when the storm rolls in? Little John. Who stands fast when the world gives in? Little John. Are the lost for the soul, for the one still bound? Every broken chain makes a heavier sound. Now I swing that rope and I beat that drum. First made loud when the cannons thump. I don't fight for gold, I fight for names. For every soul lost in the trade of pain. If freedom's a ship, I crew that deck. If justice leaks, I seal that wreck. Empire threats don't shake my stance. I've already lived with worse than chance. Hey, hey, what's his name? Little John. Hey, hey, where he from? Broke them chains. Wars and run, free man sails with Raven sun. I was counted. Now I stand on the open sea. No man owns the breath in me.
Fiddle in the wire, thunder in the drum. From the old green hills to the rise of the sun. Red coat flash in the midnight rain, steel string grin with a rebel flame. From Marian shore to the outlaw call, he dances with danger, never bows at all. Whiskey breath and a silver laugh cuts through lies like a broken mast. Heart beats loud like a wartime drum, while Scarlet rides where the wild ones run. Hear the whistle in the wind tonight, ancient ghosts in electric light. Blood and truth in the zealots cry, raise your hands, we're alive, we're alive. Hey, 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 ho! Scarlet tide, fire in the veins, no place to hide. Hey, hey, ho! Hear us roar for Ravenhood and the outlaw corps. Green hearts glow in the neon storm, old world rage in a future form. Hey, hey, ho! Scarlet ride, we steal the night, we claim the tide. Coins in pockets don't weigh him down, gives it back to the broken towns. Laughs at lords with their golden lies, truth cuts sharper when freedom's nigh. Blade sings low with a Celtic hum, wits collide with the Baran drum. From Sherwood decks to the pirate sea, Scarlet's oath is liberty. Lights flash green like the old hill far, rebel blood never does retire. From past to now we unify, raise your hands, we're alive, we're alive. Hey, ray, hey, ho, Scarlet tide, fire in the veins, no place to hide. Hey, hey, ho, hear us roar, for Robin Ravenhood we roar. Bass drops hard like a cannon cry, fiddle screams as the beat
future beat as one soul. Ray, hey, ho! Scarlet tide, neon clover, outlaw pride. Ray, hey, ho! Stand and fight, green fire, red and hood we light. From Millwall strings to baseline thunder, we tear the chains, we pull them under. Ray, hey, ho! Scarlet ride, for Ravenhood we claim the tide. Red runs free, Rain on free. Will Scarlet lie? Claim the tide, Ray.
Salt on the air, peace in the fire. Heavy steps on the wooden deck, robes of wool, a weathered neck. Laugh lines deep, eyes like stone. Carries the calm the sea's never known. Hands that pray and hands that give. Teaches broken hearts how to live. Bread in the bag, rum in the cup. Every soul finds rest with tuck. Hush, now let the waves decide. Faith don't sink when hope's tied tight. In the quiet between the drums, that's where forgiveness hums. Bless the low tide, bless the lost, bless the ones who paid the cost. Slow your breath, let the night unfold. We ain't rich, but our hearts are bold. Bless the weak, bless the strong. Every sinner still belongs. In the hush where the stars line up, find your peace with Friar. Lantern glow on a tired face. Time moves slow in the sacred space. He don't judge, he don't demand. Just a steady open hand. Bass rolls soft like a prayer below. Choir hums in a minor tone. Every war needs a moment stop. Even pirates need a drop. Lay your weapons on the floor. You won't need them anymore. When the world feels cold and rough, still love is enough. Bless the low tide, bless the lost, bless the ones who paid the cost. Slow your breath, let the night unfold. We ain't rich, but our hearts are gold. Bless the weak, bless the strong. Every sinner still belongs. In the hush where the stars line up, find your peace with Friar. No crown above, no chains below. Only waves and what we owe. Bless the low tide, bless the sea. Bless the man you're meant to be. Let the past drift far enough. There's room for grace with Friar Tuck. When the night gets heavy, stop. Lay it down with Friar Tuck. Salt and mercy, peace in the fire. the cold. Perched on the mast at the edge of the dawn, eyes like secrets the dark leans on. Feathers inked with the truth of the sky, sees what's hidden when men pass by. Circles slow over gold and steel, knows what's false and what's real. When the wind shifts, when the chains fall, we move by the raven's call. It cries where the brave don't speak, marks the strong and reveals the weak. Through fog and fire, above it all, we follow the raven's call. Hear the raven's call, oh hear it cry. Cuts through the storm, cuts through the light. Black wings ride what fate won't tell, from heaven's edge to a pirate's hell. When the night feels cold and tall, we rise by the raven's call. It's flown through smoke, it's flown through flame, carries omens without a name. Seen kings fall in a single breath, danced on the rope between life and death. Whispers land where the brave stand fast, knows the future, knows the past. If freedom waits beyond the wall, it's found by the raven's call. No compass true, no silver sign, just shadowed wings in crooked time. When hope feels thin and chances small, we trust the raven's call. Hear the raven's call, oh hear it cry. Cuts through the storm, cuts through the light. Black wings ride what fate won't tell, from heaven's edge to a pirate's hell. When the night feels cold and tall, we rise by the raven's call. Not death, not doom, but sight. The dark sees first. Hear the raven's call, stand and see. Truth flies loud where fear won't be. Ink black wings against the sun, the battle scene before it's won. Through crown and chain, through rise and fall, we live by the raven's call. Black wing, guide us home.
From the fog where the dead ships sleep, iron hull cuts the boiling deep. No flag of mercy, no plea unheard, only canon law and a spoken word. Compass spins when the black sails rise, rats pray low, even kings won't try. Gold won't buy you a cleaner end. When Rottingham calls, the sea won't bend. Chains sing loud on the blood-wet deck, every order signed in wreck. Ink is steel, the seal is flame. Write your fate in Rottingham's name. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. No pardon, no mercy, no clemency. When the drums of the deep agree, all souls kneel to the Black Decree. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. rise on the Iron Crown. 30 guns when the sun goes down. Can swear they hear the sea repeat the words of the Black Decree. Maps burn red where the routes were drawn. Every promise ends in spawn. No trial given, no truth confessed. The verdict roars from the cannon's chest. Anchor drops like a hanging noose. No escape once the order's loosed. Judge, jury, tide and sea, all sworn bound to Rottingham's decree. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. No pardon, no mercy, no clemency. When the drums of the deep agree, all souls kneel to the Black Decree. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. Carved in oaken artillery, from the keel to the gallows beam. You live or die by the Black Cry. Read it slow, let the waves repeat. Steel on bone, law of the fleet. Sign with blood, swear the sea. Break the oath and you'll never be free. Read it loud, let the heavens hear. Rottingham's word is the law of fear. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. No light escapes, no memory. When the tide bows down and the ravens flee, all hands answer the Black Decree. This is the Majesty's ship, the Black Decree. Written once for eternity, from the first gunfight to the last man's plea. The sea obeys the Black Decree. Fog rolls in, the cannons sleep. Another name for the Black Decree.
Gold on my crown, blood on the tax. Bow when I move, no questions asked. Velvet floors, rotten seams, king in name, built on schemes. Coins fall fast from broken hands, feast on fear, rule the land. Silk line lies in every decree, call it law, call it destiny. While the poor pray under stone, I stack crowns on a gilded throne. Hands up, hear the coins collide, false kings dance while the people hide. Every cheer bought, every tone, echoes crack in the gilded throne. Gilded throne, dum 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 dum. Gilded throne. Gilded throne. All shine, no soul, gold so loud, but the crown's hollow. Gilded throne, hear it groan. Baseline cracks for the gilded throne. Gilded throne, tip it, tilt it, break the bone. Watch it fall, the gilded throne. Laugh track king with a borrowed spine. Marionette pulled by silver twine. Weinstein grin, taxman grin. Every win just a dressed up sin. Drums outside but the gates stay shut. Build walls high while the streets run cut. Every crown that you've overgrown sinks deeper in the gilded throne. Crack the mold. Gilded throne, all shine, no soul, powers loud but the king's exposed. Gilded throne, overthrown, feel the bass but the gilded throne. Get thrown, stone by stone, end of reign, a throne. Crown don't rule, people do, every lie got a reckoning due. Hear the ravens circle home, they're pecking at the gilded throne.
creek as the salt thick air. Gold for the best, death for the rest, a contest drawn from rigging and decks. Bowstrung tight with tarred and blind, targets sway with the turning tide. Every pirate, lord and blade wants the prize the crown has made. Storm clouds gather, ravens cry, a hooded figure steps from the tide. No name spoken, no flag unfurled, just a bow and a dare to the world. Loose the arrow, let the sea decide. Through rolling decks and the shifting tide, split the mark, let the crown be shamed. By a raven shot, they'll curse his name. When the bowstring sings and the waters part, all hail the hand with the outlaw's heart. Targets nailed to a masthead high, pitch and sway under a blood-red sky. Each shot falters, each arrow falls, missed by the wave, the wind, the call. Laughter breaks from the king's own men, impossible, they cry again. But a raven feather hits the deck as the crowd draws a final breath. One shot left, the sea runs wild, storm-born rhythm, fierce and styled. Eyes locked steady, breath held thin, the outlaw smiles beneath his grin. Loose the arrow, let the sea decide. Through rolling decks and the shifting tide, split the mark, let the crown be shamed. By a raven shot, they'll curse his name. When the bowstring sings and the waters part, all hail the hand with the outlaw's heart. Ship lurches, time slows down, arrow flies without a sound. Wind bends truth, the tide stands still, skill cuts sharper than the king's own will. Crack of wood, gasp ignite, arrow splits, arrow in open sight. Loose the arrow, let freedom rise. From ocean deck to shocked wide eyes, no crown owns skill, no gold owns fate. The sea bows down to the outlaw's aim. When ravens cheer and the mass bells start, the legend's born on a drifting chart. Can draw their steel, a black sail snaps, escape is real. By wind and wit, an outlaw's art, the sea remembers Robin Raven Hood's mark. From iron decks and cannon law, I carve my name with blood and awe. Kings bend knees when my sails appear. The sea belongs to Rottingham's fear. Gold is truth, mercy's a lie. I rule the weak, I let them die. You're just a myth in feathers dressed. I am the storm that breaks the rest. Rusted pride, built on chains you keep below the tide. I steal your gold, I free your dead. Every raven knows the lies you've said. You rule by flame, I lead by flame, but mine gives hope, yours just takes names. Tonight the sea will choose its son, and tyranny's time is done. Cannons load, the ravens scream, moonlight splits the ocean seam. Two legends stand on splintered wood, the thief king and the iron lord.
crowned rebellions burned their flags, hung hope from every broken mast. You think the poor will sing your praise? They'll sell your bones in starving days. Kneel, little crow, take my hand, I'll give you half of sea and land. A legend's worth what it can buy. Choose gold or choose to die. I've slept on decks you never tread, shared my bread with the half-fed dead. They don't need crowns, they don't need kings, they need a chance, broken wings. You mistake fear for loyalty, you mistake change for destiny. I'll never kneel, I'll never trade. Tonight your empire gets repaired. Lightning cracks across the spar, ravens circle near and far. One last breath, one last stand, history waits with an open hand. Steel to steel, let the truth be told. Freedom burns hotter than stolen gold. When ravens rise and empires fall, one crown breaks, one stands for all. By wind and blood and outlaw's flame, tonight ends Rottingham's name. Blade meets blade, sparks in rain. Every strike pays borrowed pain. Rottingham roars, the deck gives way. Power slips with every sway. A raven's cry, a final blow. Justice cuts where cannons don't know. Not for glory, not for fame, for every soul you put in chains. Steel to steel, the sea decides, no throne survives the turning tide. Let the rich tremble, let hope call. The iron crown is bound to fall. By wind and blood and outlaw's flame, the sea remembers who reclaimed. Rottingham sinks with rust and lies, while ravens fill the burning sky. No king above, no slave below, just freedom's course, and onward we go.
From crusade-torn sands to a salt-stained shore, a lion comes home from a foreign war. Steel in his gaze, scars in his skin, a rightful king with a fire within. The throne sits cold under a viper's crown. Gold feeds the rich while the poor drown. But ravens circle, the drums ignite. Sherwood whispers the king's alive. Chains will break when the banner flies. Truth cuts sharper than a tyrant's lie. From forest green to the ocean's foam, the lion heart's calling his kingdom home. All hail the lion, the rightful flame. King Richard rides with thunder and name. Robin Raven Hood by his side stands tall. Steal it back, give it all, let the false kings fall. Raise your blades, hear freedom roar. The lion heart reigns forevermore. Prince John counts coins with a serpent's grin. Plots in the dark while the poor starve thin. Every tax breeds another blade. Every injustice a debt to be paid. From pirate decks to Sherwood trees, outlaws kneel to no decrees. When Richard returns with iron and grace, the rich will answer face to face. Crowns mean nothing without the land. A king is proven by where he stands. the cannons on moonlit tides, raven wings in the firelight. One true king, one final fight. No more chains, no stolen bread. The lion lives, the lies lie Sherwood shade to the ocean's call. Robin Raven Hood answers the lion's call.